Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Corinne Cooper here on 9 News at 8 and it is National Marine Day. We were feeling a little festive, so even though we are completely landlocked here in Colorado, we decided to celebrate by bringing a little piece of the ocean to you. This is a live feed off the coast of California where a group of generous scuba divers are taking this video. Our first piece of business is Bong Hits for Jesus. An 18-year-old boy in Juneau, Alaska stood across from his school 5 years ago holding a sign that read Bong Hits for Jesus while at a school-sponsored Olympic run. The senior holding the sign was named Frederick, and he got suspended even though he was not on school grounds, but on a sidewalk across from the street from his high school. Frederick felt that this was a violation of his rights, specifically the First Amendment, which is regarding freedom of speech. This case eventually made its way up to the Supreme Court where the trial was heard last Friday. We were able to be there and managed to get a few exclusive interviews from both legal teams before the trial. Let's go to those now.
I feel that the school district needs to reinforce the school's mission, and the school's mission was to prohibit the use of drugs or any other illegal substances, and by making sure that this law is reinforced and that the students know their place. I do not feel that Frederick's rights were violated because he did express his speech, but it was during a school event. His rights were definitely violated.
I think there's a bigger issue at hand, and it goes for First Amendment rights in all of the schools, like throughout the country. You have freedom of speech as a U.S. citizen, which he is, and it's like freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and he should have those things, even at school.
I was lucky enough to attend this trial and the riveting arguments that were heard this Friday. Some things I specifically remembered were, in the court, Frederick's lawyers seemed to use some faulty information. For example, they stated that their client had in fact not attended school that day, when in reality he had gone to school directly after the run, and that there was no educational value to the school-sponsored event. However, the school would not have sponsored the event if there was no educational value to it. But besides Frederick's faulty points, his legal team also made some very great points, including Frederick was not on school property. His sign was not disrupting any educational lessons or learning opportunities. Frederick was not in possession of or under the influence of any illegal substances that day, and Frederick was 18 at the time, so he no longer qualified as a minor. While Morse's legal team made some very valid points, Frederick's legal team made some very impressive points as well. The banner encouraged the use of legal substances. The boys who were holding the banner went to that high school and therefore were a representation of that school, and they were representing it negatively. The banner was not political speech, and the boys were expected to abide by the same rules while attending school or school-sponsored events. Both legal teams were very confident, and both teams also had very strong arguments, but the winner in this trial went to Morse with a vote of 7-2. This case helped the government and its citizens learn what can and can't be done in school, and how far the First Amendment of freedom of speech can be stretched. After the break, we will be discussing the world's possible oldest orangutan at age 55 and her tragic death. Thank you for watching, and we will be right back.